And welcome back, folks, to NIP versus Team Liquid. Game 1 went to Team Liquid. But Game 2 could be a different story, especially when we see some opening picks like this. I don't know about you, Liz. What I see here is NIP putting in a Legion, who I feel like Legion's starting to get some notice, right? It felt like a kind of undervalued hero, but it's starting to get some ground.
Yeah, so good. With that purge, right, with the dispel, also just a strong laner versus many safe laners at the moment. And if you combo him, if you combo her with some... I'm not guessing, I don't know what that is.
I mean, Universe is a him. Universe is a he, though, so...
Yeah,
and it'll probably be Universe.
Just combo it with a good damage dealer, like some burst damager, and you have yourself a pretty strong Legion. I think I saw Legion yesterday in a qualifier having 300 bonus damage from duels. Like that was pretty good.
I saw one with 33. He was playing Legion, and he went from like no duel wins to 110 in like the span of a few minutes. You're like, all right, this hero suddenly out of nowhere is murdering everything on the map.
Also, if you remember, Grimstroke plus Legion was a thing. You use Soulbind and you duel both targets. You get 2 damages, two bonus damages if you kill them both, I think.
Did they fix the Lotus Orb interaction, or do you still get 2 duel wins? I think they fixed it, right? Like there was, I think it was when they first released Lotus for like a week or so.
I think that's fixed.
Yeah.
Anyways, a little bit less about the Legion, a little bit more about everyone else on this in this game. Dark Willow picked up, not a hero we see way too often, but is pretty strong. I mean, we haven't seen her in the last couple of metas. She got nerfed. She was so strong for a full year and then just dropped off a few months before TI. And when it comes to Team Liquid, they open up with Ember Spirit. Why not? Like, this hero has been very popular for a really long time, even as a first pick, and they combo it with something that Insania loves playing, and that's this Oracle. Like, if you say Insania, basically I'm thinking Oracle, Kotl, and Rubik perhaps, and that's it. Maybe a Bane here and there.
Maybe I feel like Shadow Demon is sneaking there a bit. Like he likes Phoenix. Really? I'd say Tiger Phoenix.
No. It was Insania.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they were doing the Tree and Phoenix combo for a long time.
But overall,
he likes save type supports, right? Like that's the core of Insania. At its heart, he's like, you get some people that like PPD might like these more kind of aggressive, can get kill supports. Insania is always this guy's like, I got you, bro. I'm gonna keep you safe.
Yeah, but I really like the way this Team Liquid is looking right now. I mean, to be honest, this is a team that has been around for like the longest almost in the scene. They've been together forever, for like 3 years or something, all the way.
Longer than that at its core. I think was it Boxy, Meepo, and Insania have been playing together more than 4 or 5 years because they came from Hun together.
Yeah, that's true.
There's an insane kind of like familiar.
I remember Insania coming into my pubs when he just transitioned into Dotes. He would play Bounty Hunter, just run around and narrate all that he's doing. He would be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna steal his." Actually, you couldn't steal gold back then. I'm gonna crit this guy out of the Shadow Walk. Then I'm gonna steal their courier. Hell yeah, I'm so good, this Bounty Hunter. I'm running at this amount of movement speed right now and hitting for this amount. Like, he would constantly talk, like, forever, he wouldn't stop. But it was very entertaining.
Yeah, it was kind of like Alice Adorable. He feels like he has to justify himself. Until you knew. I knew that was coming. I just knew it. I knew you get the point. This is like typical been playing Dota for 10 plus years. You're like, I don't want to hear what you're doing. I just want to know what I'm doing.
No, I mean, we all have our own limits, and at some point...
It's cute at first, right? It's like me. I'm fun to talk to for 10 minutes, and then you just want out.
It's like when I started with the harmonica, it's cute for a few games, but then like, can you shove that harmonica up, where like...
I don't know. You thought you might make a new song.
That's how it works, man.
You know how NIP's draft works, don't you? Look at this, like everything for the Legion. Because I was gonna say, like, on the lane, I like Willow with Legion because of the Bramble Maze, and if it's a melee hero you're against, right, you get all that extra harassment when the creeps are hitting you and you're just counter-attacking. But like, all of this to me screams I want dual wins, right?
I mean, sort of. Jakiro plus Dark Willow with Bedlam does dish out some significant amount of damage, amount of burst damage. That is, Jakiro doesn't. Jakiro isn't really burst oriented, and because of that, he doesn't really help way too much in the duel. But what he does do is, once that duel is set up, there's that whole area around it that's going to be ice patted, that's going to have dual breath on it, macro pyre that you won't be able to just run into, right? So because of that, I think it's good. But these last 3 picks have been so fast. Rubik on the side of Team Liquid, that's, I believe, will be played by Taiga. He's just as good of a Rubik as Insania is, but he's a bit greedier, so it's going to be fun to watch him play that hero. You can steal many good spells here from Jakiro, from Dark Willow, even from Legion, which is good from Jug as well. Healing board is amazing. So it's a decent Rubik game. And then they follow up with an Abaddon. Some cleanse versus the Dark Willow is pretty good. Some purges versus her spells like Aphotic Shield is amazing in that way. And also you can rest assured that heroes are getting saved on this Team Liquid, because now you have Oracle and Abaddon.
Yep.
You jump on one, the other is going to save him, So
in conjunction with this elusive type here. Like, this is honestly, if you're playing Ember, if you're an Ember player right now, this type of draft is your wet dream. Same with Troll, right? Because like usually, especially with Ember, it's like, I better keep a Remnant safe. But when you've got an Oracle and an Abaddon, especially in the mid game, you're gonna be like, no, dude, I'm going deeper and deeper. I just hope you guys can keep up. We're not stopping. How deep? We're talking like Jaws deep, like Samuel Jackson at the bottom of the ocean in that movie, right? Like LL Cool J going, what the hell just happened?
You know what was on my TV last night, man? Snakes on a plane.
Ooh. So we're relevant. Look at that.
I should that was on television. Like, and I don't think I ever watched that movie like completely. I always catch bits here.
You skim parts, right? Like, the infamous part. It's like, I've had enough. But yeah, I don't think I've ever watched it fully either.
It's so stupid, it's hilarious. I love it. Anyways, Troll picked up here. Definitely not a stupid pick, as Oracle used to be picked all the time with Troll. You always have that chance of using your ultimate, right? Because of the Oracle save.
But this combo is so stupid, it's hilarious as well, right? Like, that, to bring it back to that statement, it's like, how long is it? I think is it 12 seconds of immortality? It was a 14.
Yeah. It's forever.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dota standards, that is actually forever. You're right.
It's forever.
Oh!
PogChamp?
I'm happy because you're happy. I mean, well, I'm happy because it's gonna Meepo as well. So, you get that pub style level. But
this is a legit Meepo game. You know why? Because of many things. It's a good Meepo game. They don't have truly counters to it. Ember Spirit was considered a counter a long time ago, but he truly isn't anymore. It's not the same Ember Spirit like before.
No.
And also, they're gonna run them over. NIP, this is 1-1. I'm calling it, because look, Jug Healing Ward, and Universe isn't going to go for a blink or something. He's gonna go for like Pipe, Vlad's, Crimson, just full utility. It doesn't even matter if he gets dual victories or not.
You just run at them, right? Like, it's just
you just run at them and you give utility to this Meepo, and he's gonna win you the game. They have like zero ways of dealing with him. They just got super countered. Meepo is amazing versus Ember Spirit in mid lane. As long as he doesn't fail his laning stage, this is a simple, easy Meepo game.
Oh, I agree. Like, I feel the only way that Meepo should be losing this lane matchup if there's a golden rotation from Liquid. And they don't have...
You know what? I'm surprised by PPD. He's been drafting these like cheese picks for like 3 years straight now. Like, but I'm not kidding. Ever since NIP and before, like, he had Ace before in NIP. Now he has Gunnar with Meepo,
You know what it is, right? We mentioned it before, how we get affected and changed by experiences in our pub games. Clearly, Peter keeps running into Meepo spammers like you, dying to you, getting fed up about it, and he goes, I need a Meepo spammer on my team because I know this is going to annoy the crap out of our opponents.
I think it's about that. I think it's about Liquid winning with Matumba Man's Brood that really, like...
Oh yeah, it kind of meant it's like, there's still these picks. Like, it's not as bad as it used to be, where it's like, that's a GG pick right there. But it's like, if you don't respond to this pick, you lose the game. That's the type of... Alchemist kind of reiterated that for a while, right? And we used to have Anti-Mace, the classic example. Like, if you don't deal with this at some point in the early game, you're going to lose this game.
And it's such a bad thing to such a bad situation to be in, right? You know you're on a clock. It doesn't make the game more fun for you.
Yeah, you just see it ticking up every time. It's kind of like being on a countdown. The bomb's about to blow up.
Yeah. It was just all jittery, you know, walking around the map like, man, if I don't hit this guy now, it's over. Let's go, let's dive. And then you all die, and all right, it's over.
It's also one of those heroes, right? Like we always say about when we're talking about alchemists in games, where it's like, oh yeah, you just killed 3 of his teammates, but the alchemist is still farming. Meepo's kind of like that. It's like, you killed 2 of his teammates, but he's farming several different locations on the map.
Yeah. Gunnar started, yeah, just a normal build on Meepo.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. I
You
wonder.
can actually, let's see the bounty runes. Let's see the bounty runes on top lane. It's 3 of them, so they should be able to secure this.
Yeah.
Gunnar helping them out.
Even if it's 2-on-2 there, like you can't. I don't feel you can out harass the Legion at level 1 as the troll, right?
I mean, Legion hits harder, 65 damage, but Troll is ranged, right? So Troll is definitely one of those heroes that can lane versus Legion. There aren't many, but he is one of those. Like, he can actually, like, dish out some serious DPS.
You not get kind of destroyed by the press the attack build, though?
You do, but, you know, like, I'm just saying that
It's
not
there's
the worst
potential,
hero
yeah.
versus, you know.
Because, like, Legion is this type of hero that dumps is like 90% of melee heroes. There's a few exceptions, like Timbersaw versus Legion. Timber's fine, right? Because whatever, you're attacking me more, that's more charges of reactive armor. But you can already see Mike's not going to try and dabble in this melee fest because he didn't even start with a stout shield. So he is intending to spend most of his time in range.
Yeah, just stay around the tower, control the equilibrium like in that last game, and farm as much as you can.
Meanwhile, mid. I just want to mention this because look at the CS so far.
Yeah, because 2 waves are going on to Meepo, you know, that's why. But Koikwa played this really well. He dodged, he's denying the living
he's
hell
destroying
out
him.
of Gunnar, yeah.
Wow. There you go. Gotta
That's
get
a good proof there, yeah. But it's all about level 3 for Gunnar, you know? Like, once he gets that level 3, the lane changes. The lane changes, he can go into the jungle as well.
He's also, Quake's revealed his hand, right? Because you do this with the Flame Guard, you now know you have to put more points in the Flame Guard, and Meepo's a very good hero for dealing without the puffs.
Actually, not necessarily, because with Meepo you go for Earthbind, right? You don't go for Earthbind because you want to be farming
That's
the jungle.
true.
And what you do with Koikwa is you basically just wait for the poofs and you sleight of fist dodge them. So, like, you can outplay Meepo in this lane as Ember. It's all about like your skill and your experience in this particular matchup.
Okay. That's interesting because I feel like I've seen a few Meepos now go for Earthbind at, say, level 4.
Versus Ember, you can definitely go. He actually went.
You get a DD as well.
Got DD, yeah, he got DD. That's what it was. In any case, you could go for Earthbind, especially versus heroes such as Ember or Queen of Pain. Earthbind is good, as you can catch them. You can actually pressure them. Like if you look at Liquid's team, Troll can be a problem versus Meepo later on because of the mischance, right? He can be good, but he's not truly ever going to be as farmed as Meepo, I believe, if Meepo has a good game. So the only problem can be the Ember, realistically. And taking an Earthbind early on might prevent him from ever being the problem too. You just dominate him in the lane.
This is a fair way of looking at it. The other lane that we haven't talked about yet is bot, where there was an attempt on PPD's life a moment ago because Boxy did get the Curse of Avernus off.
Gunnar, he might fall here.
Wow, actually, yeah, he's going to go down quick far. You mentioned the outplays and it comes into effect.
I mean, that wasn't an outplay. He just AFK'd with one Meepo.
Oh dear. That's kind of changed the dynamic of this lane now. I mean, I was kind of in the Meepo Meepo corner, but if you let Ember get ahead in this lane, he will keep killing you as well. Wow. I think we just got an interesting game. This won't just be a Meepo dominance.
Yeah, I mean, that one kill definitely does matter a lot. Koikwa gets a lot out of it, but we'll see. It's still a Meepo favorite game, but you know, like Meepo is a sort of a hero that if he doesn't hit his timings properly, like he just falls off. Let's talk about other lanes though.
Yeah.
Like we already saw one blood there. Boxy on the bottom lane playing versus Skitter and PPD, doing pretty well. 17 CS versus what, 11 of Jug.
He is getting pretty destroyed. That's the nature of abandoning melee matchups. That's respectable. That's actually another big advantage.
There's
of
nothing
playing
respectable about suicide.
It depends. If you are a samurai and you do it the appropriate way.
Yeah, but you're doing it because you don't have a master anymore, right?
That's why there's different reasons. There's another one is if you like lost the battle, like your master might have escaped, possibly, but it's like to stop giving you over intel.
Respect. So there's nothing respectable about it.
Well, I think the thing is like, man, we're getting deep now, but the whole respectable element for them was that they stopped themselves from being interrogated and feeding over information to the enemy. It's still stupid to kill yourself, but you know, it's the same with like cyanide for a spy, right? I'm not going to give over my state secrets, and you're not going to torture me.
All right.
And I got deep.
Top.
Yeah, this is about to get deep. Quick for rotating round. Beaver's been found. He just used the Shadow Realm as well. He won't live long enough to get it again. Maybe he will with the press the attack though. Universe. Save the day.
Damn, the amount of heal that he goes from that.
Wow, Universe got the rune as well. Like Quickfire really wanted to actually get that to refill the bottle. They'll punish him for it though.
They're just living so much longer than Quickfire expects. And they take the other bounty too. So they won't get any bounty runes on the top lane. They do get the bottom two though, which is pretty good for them. Overall, Liquid, they're playing these lanes very well. Much better than I expected them to. Specifically that mid lane in which they got the first blood, obviously. I think that's the most important thing that happened to them. Like getting this Ember super tanky as soon as possible, give him that whale, make him have this magic damage burst versus the Meepo as soon as possible. That might allow them to go through the mid game.
No, it's fair to say that if Gunnar have got the first blood and he has the level advantage, Quickfire can't really even stay in the lane, right? But because of this is the difference. Quickfire can exist in this lane. Sure, Gunnar can supplement his farm, but he's not able to drastically increase the net worth difference at the speed that he would have liked. In fact, he's still
doing
behind.
Really well. Like Meepo is still doing really well. He's level 7, minute 6. Like this is amazing for him.
Oh, Quickfire's rotating again. Remnant in, cuts the trees. Beaver's been found. There's a curse crown out. He needs to back off his PPDs here.
You have to be careful here.
Stuns too. Universe moves in, starts clubbing the Quickfire, dodging out the brambles. Persian Quickfire just in case.
He has regen rune to work with and 2 more remnants to work with, so he might be able to even turn here.
Here he goes.
Goes for the Beaver again.
Find him. He's still got the regen going. They actually finally will stop it, but again, we get a lot of value there. They force the shrine, but Quickfire's wasted a lot of time away from the lane.
He's wasted a year. When it comes to Dotes, he wasted full minute 6. Like from minute 6 to minute 7, 60 seconds. Like it's so much. Like you could be farming. Meanwhile, Meepo got like a full level out of it. He's level 8 now. We needs 1 experience for level 8.
There's also another element to that, and it's all the remnants that Quickfire used, which means now he can't really go and make another play in the next minute. He has to kind of recuperate. Speaking of plays,
diving Beaver.
They need to get that silence. Beaver, Biver, Bova, Bava.
He's over in any case. Goes back to the fountain for 10 more seconds.
Just life of a Pixie. I mean, it makes sense. Pixies don't really exist, so they're just making sure he doesn't exist on the map.
Yep. Come on. Why do you say that? Pixies do exist.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Have you seen one?
No, but I believe.
I mean, believing's all it takes, right?
Exactly.
If you believe you can win TI, you will win TI.
That's the reason. I never believed.
Like, No Tail and Seb have so much powerful belief, right?
That's it. I never believed. That was my problem. Now I get it. Why didn't someone tell me this earlier? I thought I just sucked.
I mean, you're meant to be the captain. You're meant to be the guy who's giving me that belief, all right? If I'm just your pub scrub. This is how you go and win TI 10 with Bulldog Sing Sing stack.
The greatest stack. The Pegasus stack. right there.
Get some Gork in on it as well. So how are we looking at? Skit has decided to become the new mid, the resident mid. He came here before when Quickfire was gone, but he just desperately wants to catch up. I mean, look at Skitter's net worth in this game.
He's crushed. Like they really molested him on that bottom lane. Abaddon and Rubik really did a lot, but let's see, top lane. PPD.
Yep, PPD is getting molested too.
Quite killing spree. He's rotating quite a lot, but he is making stuff happen. He is creating space. And when you look at the network, he's keeping up with the Meepo that's just free farming in the... Quakwa is doing really well, but he did get that first blood, so that's one of the reasons why.
It's kind of interesting the way Quakwa's playing, right? Like, he's always playing in this top mid area and dragging all the attention there. And Abaddon is the type of hero that will run down your towers if you give him space.
Yeah, especially as he has this Basilisk to work with as well. You activate that Basilisk, you just go and hit the tower. It's definitely really strong.
Do you ever, as a support, do you ever sit in the tree line with your Bassi, switching it on and off as people are trying to CS?
Of course, that's what I do, like, when I'm on mid as well, if I have Bassi, but it never works. Like, I mean,
it's harder on mid, especially if they got Quell and Blade, right? But, like, when you're in the outer lanes, it's like, look at this Luna. I'm just gonna screw her lane over. It's kind of that
now. Basilisk is so popular, like on supports, guys. Like position 4 with Bassi is like the thing to go for. Even with the recent nerfs, I mean, nerfs, you can't buy Ring of Protection on the side shop anymore.
Well, that nerfs certain heroes, but like Mirana is a perfect example of a hero who still doesn't care, right? Because she's like,
you can buy it. Yeah.
I'll just get free tangos and that's enough.
Yes, but there's so many players that just didn't play that way. They would always start with Sage's Mask. Well, actually, even before the nerf, I was buying Bassi always on Mirana. I just loved the +8 damage on the rune fight. You know, you hit one arrow, suddenly your hero is dead because you have that bonus damage.
Definitely.
It means a lot.
I think Mirana is a perfect... I think she might be the best here for the Bassi, just because she needs the damage, but also, if you think about how regularly you're burning mana, you get so much value out of that mana regen.
It's an amazing item for her. For heroes such as Lina as well. Support Lina, it isn't bad, I mean.
And of course, heroes like the Abaddon benefit a lot from it as well. Obviously, you can't afford to really start with it, but there's a reason you picked it up. You know, you've got all these spells you want to spam, especially the Phonic Shields when you're up against things like the Jakiro. Who has left the lane, actually. He's come top, so I guess they want to make a duel happen.
They just realized that they can't lane versus this Abaddon.
True.
And that's a really good thing for Liquid. At least they have this one beast that's going to be frontlining. And like maybe if he forces them to go on him, then they can turn with the Ember with the Troll and dish out the amount of damage that's necessary to take down the Meepo.
And this is kind of the point of conundrum starting to rise, right? Like, because you've now got the catapult wave, this is what Boxy's been waiting for. He's like, if you're gonna leave me in this lane all this time, I am gonna make you pay a heavy price for it. And now Boxy he actually missed the nets. Needs to be careful. They might turn around on him now. He's used a lot here.
Boxy has no ult.
No, he doesn't, but he's committing. There's the save from the Oracle. Gonna heal up off this. They're trying to save the Terrorize, but Ember moves in. It's too late. Quakefa dodges out the Terrorize. Beaver, he does have the Shadow Realm to escape, but Quakefa, he's waiting with those Searing Chains.
Nope.
Alright, he's not waiting with them anymore.
Happens. Maybe a misclick or whatever, but they take down the Meepo, and that's really good for them. That's so good. Plus the tower. Meepo plus the tower. You need to slow him down as much as possible. And I was like, when Gunnar was rotating in bottom lane, what I expected from him? I expected from him to poof one Meepo in, just clear the wave to delay the push, and poof out. And that's it. But instead, he tries to go for that Abaddon, which is very greedy of a play. Like, as a Meepo, you need to be making like as little risky plays as possible this early on. You just need to farm. That's it. Like, if you're 100% certain you're going to kill someone, even then, maybe it's not worth it to go, because you will farm the same amount of gold, and you will farm it risk-free, you know, at that time. So.
Yeah, it's the AUK logic. It's like, man, there's a lot of creeps here. I don't know about that measly little kill over there. And
pretty much.
I guess it's also, it kind of shows the confidence play element of Meepo, right? Because he was still running forward when he was throwing out those nets. And it took him a few seconds to realize, guys, actually, if I didn't hit this net, I should be running away immediately.
Yeah. Even if that net connects, there is Oracle, there is Rubik next to him. It's very difficult to take that Abaddon down. I was thinking he has no ult, he might fall here, but nope. Oracle just pops that ulti on him, and he's fine.
Sania being the makeshift ult for anyone on this team.
But I think the most important part of Liquid's gameplay so far has been Quakewa. Like, he's been pretty much the game player, which he usually feels that role is usually what he plays, be it on his Queens of Pain, Storms, or Embers, you know, like he just likes to create a lot of space for Mickey. That's his style, and it's so good when you have this position 2 that's not greedy, that actually knows what he needs to do, just runs across the map, create havoc. And when you give him a first blood, he's certainly going to do exactly that.
Yeah,
It's such a good boost.
I was gonna say it's gonna be great to watch Quakefor's kind of adaptation, his transition, right? Because you think about Quakefor, you think about the heroes that always got banned against him, right? It's like Lone Druids, it's just Prophet, these kind of greedy heroes that just want to sit there and farm. And he can still pull those out. There are games where they'll still do it and it does work, but he's been more willing to realize that actually my job is to be the playmaker, not the farmer. He'll still find some farm on the side, but it's like this game. Mike is definitely the primary farmer, and he's even building the right way for it. Going for a Battlefield on this role. I like this against the Jug, especially.
It's good versus Jug, it's good versus Meepo. You have that way to work with, right? You have the cleave.
Well, I was saying against the Jug because like the XP and gold differential just increases and increases, right? And if you're a Juggernaut, the worst thing that can happen in your game is you be like 3, 4, 5k behind the comparative carry.
And right now, he is already super far behind.
Yes.
They crushed him in the laning stage, and he is behind. But usually, I would agree with you, but in this game, this Jug, he can just be the healing ward. Like, really. Like, he can just... If Meepo has a good time, just build a lot of utility on Legion. You can see that my PPD just feeds a little bit.
You didn't quite see it. He's just spamming the clicks in the corner and flapping the Jakiro wings as he's trying to hide deeper in the tree.
It doesn't work that way. If you click the tree too many times, the tree isn't going to budge.
I mean, if you play
Don't
tree,
move
it
out of
works.
your way.
That's the solution. They need to win here, and he needs to pick tree. Figured it out. It's Gunnar, you left one behind there, and it's not leaving. The Searing Chains. You're forced to come back in, and you're gone. No way they can save you. The Terrorize too late to make a difference. Macropie down. They're having a duel quick, but look at that. The false promises there just in case. The Omni Slash is burned for nothing. And now it's not Liquid at the ones that are burning. It might be NIP. Insania just looking to move away. The spin's going to come out, but they're healing him up. Product Shield. Insania is going to live at this rate. Ice Path out. That might be enough to finally get him with the assistance of Universe. But now Quakefor hitting that back line. PPD goes down. Quakefor does have a remnant to get himself out, but he's not sure he wants to leave just yet. Boxy hanging around. No way to save himself, but does get the deny.
Taiga just dished out so much damage on his Rubik in that fight. And what's also really important, they took 4 bounty runes. Stroll took the bottom 2. But Meepo dying first is so bad for an IP. It's like the worst thing that can happen. They're losing this Meepo time after time now. 8-1 is the score for Liquid. And this game isn't supposed to be this difficult for an IP. Like, it truly isn't. This Universe Legion Commander, he's also itemizing in such a way that's going to buff up the Meepo, but not himself. You can see that he went for Hood, which means he's going for the pipe.
It's another example of NIP kind of being all in on this one element of their draft, right?
They're completely all in on this Meepo. I mean, Jug can scale, definitely. Skitter will, I mean, he will carry, but...
Well, you said at this point he's the healer mode.
I mean, he's definitely not the one that they invested in, you know. It's not the one that they rotated around. It's not the one. He's not the one that they cared about a lot in the laning stage. I mean, he was level 5, minute 9 or something. So.
And the other thing you got to keep in mind is these fights are 4v5. Liquid, you mentioned Troll's bot, like the whole time. You saw it from Liquid, right? They're like, can we stay here longer? Because the longer we stay here, the longer Mike just continues to farm.
Yeah, they're creating so much space for him. And if Troll is 6 slotted, he can definitely deal with Meepo. Even like 3-4 slotted, he can definitely be the one that takes down a Meepo. It's not like they have no ways of dealing with it.
Universe. Okay, we'll get away. Boxy is going deep. I think PPD might be the dragon left behind at this rate.
They're still defending the tower.
For the moment.
Man, the Skoikwa deals so much damage. He has that veil, plus the Maelstrom completed. So much damage at the moment. They can't really defend this. They're crumbling. They truly are. Meepo has completed that E-Blade, so perhaps this is the time for you to take a fight, but somehow you need to take down December.
And that's hard because of all those saves we mentioned in the draft and we've seen come into effect. And oh, Beaver. Oh, Beaver. Quakefor. Oh, you can tell he's feeling himself. When you throw out the remnants like that, you know nothing can kill you. Nothing can stop you.
He just disappeared. He just disappeared right
I
there.
told you, you know, pixies, they're not real. They can't exist.
It was all our imagination, right? He never existed there, actually.
Exactly.
I
Flame
guess,
gods, they exist. That's fine. Dragons, they exist too. Even trolls. Troll, who, by the way, is approaching the 200 CS mark. Not that far behind a Meepo. Speaking of Meepo, they're going for Boxy indeed, but reinforcements are coming, and he still has to borrow time. He'll pop it quite early because he knows reinforcements are close. Omni Slash, trying to get killed. Maybe you get Tiger, but maybe nothing else. It is one. They might find Qualifier. He's rude. Trying to move away. He's got the remnant to get out just in time. And behind, they leave Boxy.
So they lose Rubik and they lose the Abaddon, and this is pretty much where the power spike of that E-Blade shows itself, right? Like, they can fight, but the only reason they can fight is because it's 4 versus 5 and it's around their shrine. So it's definitely a step in the right direction, which is going to alleviate the pain a little bit. Like, they can take over the map, they can take over this Radiant jungle, they can farm a bit more, but the most important objective for NIP is definitely that rush. Like, they need to take it as soon as possible.
They do have a strong Roche fight, right? You've got the Jakiro, you've got the Willow. That's the thing for Liquid. That's maybe where they're weakest because they have all these saves. They don't have these big AoE abilities in the Roche pit. That might be the same grace for NIP, but they need a good window. They needed to get Qualifier. If they got Qualifier, they definitely run straight for the pit.
I mean, they maybe would do that, but they were fighting on the bottom side of the map, so it's a bit difficult, right?
Yes. Universe will back away. I guess it's like Qualifier at this point would die for quite a while, though, so it should be a window. However, Mike, he finally shows up for a fight. A kill and an assist on the board, and now they're going to take Roche. They identify it. They agree that that is the critical win condition for NIP, so they're going to take it away. About Jakiro, those supports and the big AoEs we've talked about, half is gone now. Ice Path that's stolen. Skidder, protected.
They can't let this rush fall. This is pretty much game losing. If they lose the Sages, they need to take it somehow.
Okay.
You can see that Meepo is going in.
Yep, this is do or die, and they might die at this rate. The E-Blade on Mike, but he's so damn tanky, and he hits so damn hard. The damage coming out. Oh, the cleave indeed. As they obliterate NIP, Peter arrives just in time to join his comrades in arms in the ground. And there it is. They go back in. They'll clean up the Roche. This is looking just as well. Slightly less messy, but still almost as messy as the first game for NIP.
No, I'm still going to stay behind what I said during the draft. I think this is a good Meepo game. They just executed it very poorly. That first blood, Ember getting that first blood just ruins you. As a Meepo, that just ruins you. He gets past level 6, he can rotate across the map, he can do so much. Then that bottom that, and then that around the shrine, and your game is done. You as a Meepo, you get a lot of experience, which means your death timer is longer, and these early deaths after minute 10 really hurt you a lot.
No, it's a fair way to look at the game. I mean, you look at both sides in that mid, it is the definition of a volatile lane. Either one of those gets a small advantage, they are snowball type heroes. They will just get out of control. And I like the fact that Quickfoot very quickly identified, you know, he didn't always hit it with the ganks when he kept coming top, but he identified that he didn't just need to stay in the lane. Foxy. PPD. Universe is just ready, so he knows he can't get it. But there's no way they punish Boxy. However, Quickfoot, oh, he's been found. Can't start a fist in the roots anymore. And you can already see it. He's almost got the BKB, so that should happen only the once now. That was a lot of gold, though. Ghana just got 700 gold injection, and
I guess I was muted. 500 gold away from that BKB.
I guess you were muted. I was like, he's going to step in. He's got some points to make about this Meepo, right?
I was like stepping in all the time, but I'm like, all right. I guess Killer Pigeon drank a lot of coffee this morning. He wants to speak. And then I look at my mic. Ah, the red one is blinking. It's not on. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, they catch the Ember. Ember is definitely a kill if Oracle isn't around, but that's it. If Oracle or Abaddon aren't around, you can kill him. But now that he gets that BKB, it's going to be so difficult. It's what, 450 gold away? He gets it, and then you can't earthbind him. And Meepo is also going for Skadi. not Hex. And I mean, he needs the Scuddy. He needs to be that tanky Meepo that's frontlining, that's actually fighting all the time. But man, he also needs that Hex. He needs control. They need to be able to take down the Ember. They need to be able to take down the Troll.
No, that's a fair way of looking at the game. They do have a decent amount of control already, but it feels like the control right now is conditional other than the Meepo, right? Like, if you have a duel, it's easy to follow up afterwards the Ice Path, or, you know, the Ice Path with the Cursed Crown being there.
MK?
MK is going to be fine. Foxy's next to him. However, Skidder. Oh, this is pretty deep. He does have the Omni Slash, but this is not the way you want to have to use it. He'll back away.
They're fighting around the sword. They don't want to let it go. They also have that shrine there, so they can heal up if the fight starts, but I'm not certain they want to fight Liquid right
Insania?
now.
They're going to find him here. Terrorize game away, but look at Boxy. He tanks it all. The duel will be there. Oracle is down. Quakefa has got the Curse Crown on him. Fly Fist a little bit too early. He may pay a price for that. It's going to hurt. But there's the Ice Path follow-up. Troll trying to do the work, but he's stunned up for the moment. Now he's going to wail away at Gunner. Damage is big. E-Blade used defensively just to stop him from attacking. As Gunner is getting low. They'll chase in. They'll find the kill. Skidder's going to die as well while he spins. And there's no escape from Universe. He already tried to protect his other cause to press the attack, and he'll regret it. They're not done. Diva being slowed down by Tiger. He's got the Ice Path in 2 seconds. In fact, he could catch PPD with a sense of irony, and there it is. Just the tip.
Ice Path.
That's all they needed to eat some dragon. Diva can't even get a kill.
Just a full wipe, which looked like this whole fight looked alright for NIP. They had that ward on the cliff, so they could start it properly the way they wanted to. And they do get Insania down first, but man, it doesn't matter. Like, you take down Insania, but this troll is way too damn tanky. He has way too much at the moment. Also, they didn't manage to kill Ember, even though he didn't have BKB there. Like, he actually didn't have BKB completed. But for some reason, they stopped Earth binding him. Maybe they used all their disables or whatnot. But Ember escapes, and then Troll just cleans them up. And this game is coming to an end. This Troll has just completed Satanic 2. It's flying over to him.
Yeah, and he's going to eat up another kill. Universe trying to move away the root. Catches him out. Ice Path, but they're not in the macro path. They don't care to look at it. And, well, Troll doesn't need to leave. Still got that Aegis. It's going to run out soon. But, I mean, how do you actually kill him? How do you do more than tickle
30
them?
seconds. After 20 seconds, perhaps you can chase them. They will try to retreat now after they took the Raxes. They should at least.
They'll back away.
But they will not try and chase it. They will not try to pursue them.
I think you're right. When they were in that previous fight, the big thing I noticed is Quakefa, he had the Cursed Crown in him. And he looked like he kind of fluffed up, right? He Slight Fisted too early. So he was stunned for a very long time.
Yeah, he was controlled, but they weren't attacking him. They were attacking the Troll instead. Also, what could be possible is Whirling Axes affected Meepo and Jug, so they were missing. And maybe that deceived us. Maybe they were actually trying to hit Koikwa, but he just escaped anyway.
Speaking of the Troll, though, Mike, party time. He says, I don't need an Aegis. Oh, that was an early Satanic, though. He needs to get out now. Nice coverage from his team. Oh, do they? Tiger, Ice Path, beautifully done. Ice Path and return onto Ember. Macropie, Terrorize, scare them away. They're running through the flames. The Omni Slash doing decent damage, but they're also damn tanky. There's the use of the ultimate from Mike. Angry Troll smash. Skidder is smashed to pieces, and Quickfoot did use his BKB. He's going to jump the back line, looking for the man who just killed his captain. This gun is hit up. Ice Path onto all the Meepos. Foxy is going to get that proc. The attack speed can kick in now. Bodic shield protected. Mike has arrived. Nets to try and keep him away. Gunner says, no, don't do this. The duel, Universe, everything to try and keep Meepo in and up. But he's still going to fall. And now Legion Commander will join them in the grave. And on the side, PPD, he's just a consolation prize. Viva knows it's over for him. And it may be over for the game at this rate. Fuel. Nice.
That's
Tiger.
By Tiger, yeah.
Did he take the damage? He didn't take the damage, Talon. Damn. Missing opportunities here. There's the buybacks. This is all in. You know it's unlikely that Liquid leaves your base before they take these racks.
I mean, why do buybacks though? Like, you can't fight them.
But they don't have the Oracle. That's all I've got.
I
mean,
think
they don't have any
Troll
remnants.
does not have ulti, so perhaps you can try to fight them, but...
I don't think Troll cares right now, Liz. That's a defensive use of the E-Blade. And, well, there's the stun. Tiger, beautifully done. The steals, well, the Ice Path. This man on point, showing us what you can do with a Rubik. And Meepo showing us how to die. PPD joins him. Universe can't save anyone to press the attack. Finally finds someone with Skid up, but the Raidmax in, the Searing Chains is there, and Juggernaut gone. Duel's gonna be there. Quickfoot does get caught in the fountain That's a dual win for Universe, but it's going to be another death as well, as there's no stopping Mike. Look at the interaction. Run away, kill, run away, kill. The urge to kill is stronger, and the GG comes out as Liquid take the series 2-0.
Man, Liquid just proved to be a much stronger team right now. Overall, you know, like Liquid, they've been around for such a long time. They've been together, well, alliance or whatever you want to call them, this stack alliance from Insania, Boxy, and the boys. However, NIP, they're freshly formed. They haven't been together for such a long time, and you can really see that they don't really have their strategies well mapped out, well planned out. They don't have like the draft is solid. This draft was solid. It was all right. You could see the plan behind it, but it just didn't work out. I think, like, most importantly, Meepo shouldn't die on that mid lane versus Ember. Once you die to that Ember, it gives him an opportunity to run across the map, create so much space for his boys, and eventually, if you aren't shutting down Troll, if you aren't like one step ahead as Meepo, he gets that Battle Fury, and you saw what happened. Battle Fury SMY, and you're just gone. You melt into that cleave. That first stages was also the most important part for Liquid to take it before the Meepo does, and they took it in such a good fashion. They wiped them, and they took ages. That was like the best thing for them that could have happened. After that point, you really don't have a chance on NIP anymore. Like, you need that first stages. You need to take full control of the map with it. If you don't, you just lost, and that's what happened.
Definitely. This was something we were talking about with the Meepo and how it can have that alchemist-like effect. But Troll is definitely a hero, especially if going for that Battle Fury. If you just leave him to farm all that time, you're basically signing your death warrants. You just don't know it yet. I mean, you should know it. That's kind of the reality, right? Like, PPD, I think you're right. The draft seems solid, but this team clearly still has to maybe find the way that they want to play.
The draft was definitely solid, but what I didn't mention is Boxy and how well he plus Taiga dominated Skitter on that safe lane. Like, it's one of those things that also did matter because it shut down Jug from doing a lot in the mid game. He was just always one step behind, and I said that his healing ward usually is enough if you're playing on a Meepo, but in a game in which your Meepo also fed the first blood, it's not enough. Like, they all kind of struggled on their individual lanes, and because of that, they couldn't take that step forward in the mid game that they had to make. Like, if you're playing a Meepo, you have to be dominating in the mid game. You have to be actually ahead. You can't be just passive, and you can't let first ages go to the enemy team. That's like so crucial. It's insane. And they made a couple of mistakes on the safe lane, on the mid lane, on the off lane, and because of that, they could never really find their footing. They could never crawl back into the game.
But NIP aren't out. No, they've got a long way to go before they're out. Well, I don't know about a long way, but they go down to the loser bracket to start with, right? So we need two teams to qualify for the major first of all, and then we think about minor afterwards. But, you know, PPD, especially when you think about the kind of caliber of some of these players on this team, they're not looking at going and thinking about the minor. They're like, actually, the major is incredibly feasible for us this time around with all these big EU teams. You know, the obvious ones like Secret, the new Liquid. Sorry, not new Liquid, as the old Liquid, whatever their new team is going to be, an OG sitting this one out. This is the time you need to be making it to the major. So they'll reflect on that, but we've got more action. I've just got confirmation because of the way that the games on the main channel with the hub are playing out. It looks like me and Liz will be covering one, if not more, of the games of Alliance versus Singularity, which is coming up next. And I'll be here. So yeah, we get to see the new Alliance. We get to complete the meme of Liquid, NIP, and Alliance and question everything that we know is real. Alliance has definitely looked very good from an aggressive style of play. Singularity have some promising people, actually. I mean, there's someone on the team of Singularity that both me and Liz are pretty... What's the word I'm looking for? We're pretty confident about his future, Saberlight.
He's fun. He's fun to watch for sure right now. There's Saberlight, there's DNZ, there's Excalibur and Mage, right? It's that.
Yeah, and then there's Pexu, who, to be honest, he's been playing pretty solid.
I'm kidding. It's gonna be a fun matchup.
Are you still bitter about the Pexu situation?
No, man. I actually didn't even remember that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't blame you. It worked out better for you.
There was like, I forgot there was anything. But in any case, it's going to be very difficult for them to take down this Liquid the way they look at. But they're playing Alliance, right?
Yes, they're playing against the new alliance with
The
Fada,
Nico baby and
33,
those
Nico
guys.
baby,
Alright.
who's been looking hot.
So it's definitely going to be a fair matchup, a fun matchup. I believe both of those squads just recently formed, and we might see some fun dotes for sure.
Fingers crossed. All right, guys, short break, and then we'll return with Alliance versus Singularity, where we'll get into the details about why Lizard is bitter about Pexu.